Joining me now, Geltrude and Company founder Dan Geltrude. Great to see you, sir. Before we get to the inflation piece of this, I want to talk about what he promised on the campaign trail, the president. He promised $10,000 forgiveness for those who are making less than $125,000. The progressives, like Liz Warren, want $50,000 of loan forgiveness, and they're saying we will not take anything less than that. As Grady rightly points out, the cost of this $197 billion at a time when inflation is at a 40-year high. I mean, it's enough to just make your head explode.
Well, has this administration ever made a sensible economic decision? So what are we looking at here? We're looking at saying potentially up to $50,000 loan forgiveness with no income cap.
Right.
That's the kicker in all this. So that basically means a billionaire could be forgiven on $50,000 of loan payments.
Yeah, a billionaire parent could have said to their kid, we're not giving you, money for college. You go get a student loan. But they've got a trust fund waiting in the wings, and they're getting the loan forgiveness. It's mind-boggling.
It really is. But really, on top of that, why should this be a good decision? When you think about if the government is going to step in and say, you don't have to pay these loans or these debts don't count anymore, why should it be on student loans? Why can't it be on people who have medical debt?
Yeah.
Why can't it be on credit cards, mortgages? It's endless. Why pick this? Well, because there's over 40 million Americans that have student loans. And let's bring this up right before the midterm.
It's not a coincidence.
No, it's not. No, it's not, Jackie.
Yeah, no, I mean, in some ways, people say this essentially is a ploy to buy votes, to say, I'll forgive your student loan debt. See how great of a president I was. See how great the party is. Vote for us. Vote for us. I mean, this is a huge issue at a time when we're struggling, as I mentioned, that 40-year high on inflation. And as you say, where does it stop, right? This was my problem with the stimulus programs all along and these bills that we've passed under the guise of COVID. Yes, initially the economy needed some help, but it did not need it for the entirety of the last 2 years. And so I think people are becoming more reliant on the fact that if we sit home, if we don't go to work, if we rely on the government, ultimately they will continue to hand money out. And that's exactly what's happening here if, in fact, this is what the president decides.
This is exactly what they're doing. And it goes to having no understanding of basic economics. We have a supply side problem here, yet we're completely focused in on demand. If there's more demand, it's going to solve inflation. It makes absolutely no sense.
In fact, it's the supply, as you mentioned, is the tightening supply on the food side, on the gas side, is what caused the problem. They're not doing anything to address that at all. And now they want to raise rates and get the Fed to continue to aggressively raise rates to bring that demand down, while at the same time she's talking about demand over a long term. I mean, basically what they're doing is talking the American that's listening in circles and confusing them to the degree where they essentially don't understand what's happening. They took a BBB, Build Back Better bill that was not able to pass, and now they're calling it the Inflation Reduction Act when it doesn't reduce inflation and it raises taxes. And they're telling people this is good, that we are working for you right now.
Right. Well, listen, we just saw that clip of Elizabeth Warren. I have to tell you, I'm a CPA. I don't know what she said.
I don't either. It's circular. The logic doesn't make sense. And when she's questioned on it, then she gives the reporter a hard time. It's amazing to me. Dan, we are going to have to leave it there. We're out of time, but we could go on and on. Great to see you today. Thank you.